Hello, everybody. How are you all doing today? Happy Thursday. Um, for all the mamas out there, if you have March break, I hope you guys are having a great time, enjoying the time with your kids and making the best of it. If you're on here, let me just say hi and let me know you're here. I'd love to see you, connect with you. So today I was inspired to do a live on our imprints. It's been a while since I have done a live, so I just thought I'd hop on and come on here and talk about this because this is something I personally been working on a lot in my life for many years, and specifically this week with my own coach. And so you might be wondering, what are imprints? Imprints are, some of the beliefs we've picked up or the way we think about things from our younger years. So as we're growing up, we are, shaped by our parents, we're shaped by our environment, by our teacher, the people around us, our grandparents, all of it. It shapes us. And some of these imprints are great, like they're helping us be who we are today. Some imprints are limiting us and they're not true, but this is something we've perhaps taken in our earlier years and we just believe them to be true. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about that today. My coach asked us to do this exercise to really look at our own imprints. So today I was, kind of journaling on that and looking at some of my imprints, and it's quite amazing because every time I do this exercise, I find that I go deeper to another layer. And that's really good. It's like peeling, it's like an onion, right? Peeling off, and there's so many layers. And this work we can do for the rest of our life, and that would be just fine. But whenever we're trying to go to our next level, or we're trying to accomplish something, but we feel stuck, or perhaps we feel like there's a block in front of us for us to be able to attain that thing that we want, there's perhaps an imprint there that's causing you not to have it, such as not feeling good enough. Maybe you grew up in a household where no matter what you did, you felt that it was never good enough because you were criticized, right? And maybe, there's an imprint in you that you don't trust people. Perhaps when you were younger, people let you down. So then you picked up the imprint that people are not trustworthy. And this can affect you in your adulthood because that's not going to always be true, right? Even though that person let you down, it's not always going to be the case. Perhaps one of your imprints is that the world is not a safe place. That, that is a very common imprint in people that have had trauma in their life. They can feel like they could be in the safest room and still have that feeling, I'm not safe here. Okay. And so this is the work, for us to go deeper, to look at these imprints and see how they're impacting our life. One of my clients that I worked with before, we were working on a lot of her confidence issues. And she's a beautiful, confident woman, but she didn't see herself that way. She was a leader in the position she was in, but she didn't feel confident in leading her team. She didn't feel like, well, one of her imprints was that she's not a good speaker. She can't articulate herself. And when I observed her, she absolutely was articulate. And in fact, she was a better speaker than I can tell you that for a fact. And she was amazing, right? But she was telling herself this story that she's not a good speaker. She's not, she can't articulate herself. So she had a block in putting herself out there. So perhaps I don't have that imprint, so I can put myself out there, but she does. With that being said, it's not true for her either. It's just that this is what she's telling herself. And this occurred for her when she was younger. And when she was very young, somebody made a comment, like a friend of her mom's, and she internalized it and it stuck with her. And she believed, and she created a story around it. Because when we're young, we don't have the capability of saying, that's not true, you're lying, or like you're coming, we don't, when we're young, we can't look at that person and say, you're telling me, you're projecting on me from your own limiting beliefs. We just believe it to be true. That person could have been in pain or hurt, and they're just taking it out and saying things they don't really mean, or but you've internalized it because we as children don't know how to let it bounce off at times. Sometimes we maybe can, but a lot of times we don't have that capability at a young age. So that's what I was working on with my client. And once we started working on that imprint by reframing her new reality, her new truth, because she absolutely was capable of being an excellent leader. She absolutely was a good speaker, and she absolutely was very articulate. But because she was telling herself that she wasn't, it was blocking her from becoming the leader that she really wanted to be, and the mom that she really wanted to be, the wife that she really wanted to be. So you can see here how our imprints impact our life and how they hold us back. So, I find this exercise to be very powerful, and I find that if you can do this with somebody, it is really powerful, because sometimes we need someone to hold the space for us to do this work. And so if you are interested, I do have an amazing 3-month program that I put together. And one of the main components is that we do look at old limiting beliefs, imprints that you've picked up from your younger years. So we look at what is it that you want in your life, whether that's to be more peaceful, to have more joy, or more confidence, whatever it is that you're looking for. We look at that, and we look at what's in the way. We look at your imprints, and then together we start to reprogram, reframe, so you can create a new you. And it's just about the things that you're saying to yourself that make the difference. So I hope that this was helpful. Leave me a comment if it was helpful, and let me know if you have been watching the replay. Take care. Bye.